Welcome to the first ever episode of Dream Games. Dream Games is a series of videos where I talk about the concept of a brand new game. Unlike the Ideas Factory, this isn't focused on one particular area of a game, this is an overall view of a game that I believe should become reality. Whether it's a sequel or something completely original, it doesn't matter. It's all about hopes and dreams, which most likely will be shattered at some point in my life. Once an episode of Dream Games is up, I may take elements from it to use in an episode of Ideas Factory. For example, if I were to discuss, let's say, a racing game on here, I could make an episode of Ideas Factory that could list the characters and courses I'd like to see in this game. I hope that makes sense. It's basically so all my videos and the channel become one great massive integrated hub for Nintendo fans. Anyway, on with today's show. I've had an idea for a Tomodachi Life spin-off. Tomodachi Life is some wacky life sim game from Nintendo. It's actually a really difficult game to explain, to be honest, so I recommend watching the Tomodachi Life Nintendo Direct, released some time ago now. You get a much better explanation there. I'll pop a link in the description. So basically, this idea came to me when I was playing on Smash. I was using the Mii fighters and thought to myself, this is really good, but there just isn't enough personalisation to it. After all, the Miis are meant to represent you, and whilst there is a hell of a lot to customise, it will never truly have your touch. This led me to come up with two ideas, one of which is Smash Bros orientated, so I'll push this to the side for another video, and the other is for an eShop game, Mii Fight. I thought of a game where you could use your Miis to battle it out in arenas, nothing too complicated. However, there would be a ton of unlockable content, from clothes to hats to weapons. The idea slowly grew on me, and then I thought, hey, why not combine it with another of Nintendo's franchises? And bam, Tomodachi Life Fight was born. You see, Tomodachi Life allows you to make you, if that makes sense, along with your friends, family, and all that sort of stuff. You can decide their personalities, their phrases, and who they're friends with. You can even decide on their voice. If this engine was incorporated into this fighting game, it would be crazy. Imagine setting up your Mii with his own phrases to say during the battle, or whilst unleashing moves. It would be a hoot. Like Tomodachi Life, it could be basic, but there could be a lot of depth. You could just add phrases to your victory or loss animation, or go right in there and edit every attack. You truly could create a unique fighting game to you. And that's not all. I imagine you unlocking tons of items in the game. Instead of just swords, you could find, traffic cones, tennis rackets, bowling skittles. You could replace your shoes with rollerblades or ice skates. You could attach a jetpack, or even have wings. Every character would be unique. Now, I don't imagine programming would be too difficult. The actual fighting wouldn't have the depth of, let's say, Smash. Each weapon would have a set of attacks, and that's it. You'd have a block move, and the rest I think would just fall into place. You could have badges like in Smash to organise overall speed, power and defence. But then again, I'm no genius, and this is all just an idea. Now, console-wise, I originally thought a 3DS eShop game, back when I was coming up with the concept of Mii Fight. Then I thought maybe a Wii U retail game. And then I thought 3DS retail game, mainly because of the potential Street Pass. Instead of just passing people and getting a puzzle piece off them, or something basic like that, you'll now be able to challenge them and their personal Mii to a fight in Tomodachi Life Fight. That's a bit of a mouthful. I hope this idea has grown on you, because I'm not quite done yet. Your Miis could still stay in an apartment similar to the original Tomodachi Life. Whilst it wouldn't be as in-depth, you could still personalise your apartments and have fun with the Miis. As for stages, well, I think they'd all be fairly generic. There could be a basic stage creator, which allows you to upload your own photographs, but for the actual stage making, I don't imagine it would take too much. I think if any items were to appear during the battle, they'd be fairly limited, kind of like the ones in the Kirby fighting game on Triple Deluxe. A generic invincibility item, a power item, a speed item, something like that. This is mainly because of the sheer amount of unlockable weaponry. Well, I think I've covered everything. I hope you like the idea, and if you do, I'll consider making a weapon idea video as part of the Idea Factory series. Or let me know some of your ideas below. You've been watching Keen TV, be sure to tune in again.